Okay, y'all, before we start the show, I have to talk with you about the sponsors of today's episode, Heartwise Health LLC. Are you looking to take your running game to the next level, improve your cardiovascular health, or to test your endurance with VO2 max testing? Look no further than Heartwise Health LLC. Founders Tori Parkinson and Jocelyn Frank are two experts in the performance and health and wellness field, and they're looking to help you reach your full potential through personalized coaching and science-based data based on data-driven testing. Tori, who is no stranger to lactic acid, is a pro marathon runner, a successful running coach, and a fitness instructor, while Jocelyn is a certified exercise physiologist through the American College of Sports Medicine and is a nationally board certified health and wellness coach in addition to being a fitness instructor as well. I've worked with Tori for almost a year, and her training has been a life-changing blessing for me. And now getting a chance to work with Jocelyn as well, using the science-based data from the lactate threshold testing, as well as the VO2 max testing, I'm trying to tell y'all, I am confident that I'm going to break the world record soon and very soon in the marathon. Be sure to visit their website, www.heartwisehealthllc.com, and their Instagram page, Heartwise Health LLC, for more information and to sign up. Trust me, you will not regret it. Now, on to today's episode. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, saints and ain'ts, and welcome to Lactic. I'm your host, Dominique Smith, and I am joined by the certified baller, shot caller. We call her T-Pain, but really she's T-Pain the Prophet, and you're going to hear why that is. If you watch our Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube coverage, listen, she called picks more than the lottery selection in the NBA draft. Sister Taylor Mascetta is back on the show. What's good, my sister? It's always a
I'm
pleasure to see you.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm loving the new nickname. I think it's hilarious. But yeah, no,
Yeah.
life's been good. Crazy week of track and field last weekend. That I think we both had a really good time covering. You should see our text thread. We were both freaking out like the whole way. But yeah, no, it's been good. Definitely a little more relaxed this week. I don't have to like I work like twice, and then like once World starts rolling up in September, that's when life picks up again. But yeah, no, it's been good.
Listen, if you are in New York and you love track and field, you probably have heard her specifically if you're at the Armory very often, which I had no idea. Y'all had so many events.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
crazy. I saw the schedule. I was like, yo, that is insane.
Which schedule did you see the high school schedule?
The high school schedule. No, I saw the one for the entire year
Oh yeah,
coming
it
up.
is. I think we have like 100 events, like
Yes.
maybe more than that. It's crazy. I people might not hear from me for like 6 straight months. Like it's gonna be insane. I'm really excited, but it's gonna be insane.
It is going to be insane, but you'll hear her voice on the mic and some other cool ventures and everything. So please be sure to check that out. But Tay, um, I don't know, T-Pain the Prophet. That's what I'm going to roll with.
I
But
like it. I
T-Pain,
like it.
yeah, T-Pain the Prophet and we collabed doing USA's, and I think it was fire content. I'd
I
like to
think we
think
did.
so.
I understood the Spy Kids reference.
Yes. So, it was wait, what's Spy Kids reference?
It was the if you put something in the microwave, how smooth
Oh,
would it be?
that was pre.
Yeah.
That was, yeah, that's right. I have a couple more questions for you, like that,
Oh,
by the way,
good.
and stuff. And then I didn't tell you this. I thought I'd surprise you. Because we didn't do this the last time because we had to get to the press conference.
Oh
But
yeah.
you're gonna fire some questions back at me, similar to the early ones that I'm gonna ask you
Okay.
and stuff. So you have between now and then to think on these things.
Oh
If
boy, this is a lot of pressure.
Yes, listen, pressure burst diamonds or pressure burst pipes or they make diamonds and stuff. So we're about to see. I mean, there's probably more pressure on me because if it's anything like the selections, like I don't, you're gonna hear it. She called like every good thing that happened um in this freaking meet, and it was insane. Um, but well, let me just go ahead and ask it this way. So I asked you the Spy Kids thing and I asked you some other things. So we're going to run it back, but we're going to run it back a little differently.
Okay.
What I need to know If you a part of this late summer, early fall celebration of the awesomeness that you tend to display, they're gonna do a promotion, but we're gonna, and I used to ask these questions. They want to know the appetizer. So you get to pick three little items. So you know when you go to Applebee's and all that stuff, they have like the samplers, 4 or 5 different things. That's what we're rolling with. So you get to pick the gourmet appetizer. It could be one item, it could be two items, it's up to three items. But if it's three items or even just one, they're gonna make it and they're gonna sell it everywhere and they're gonna call it House of Pain or
Oh
something.
man.
That's what we're gonna do. So that's the first thing.
Oh, that is a oh man. I got to
Yeah.
brainstorm.
Yes. The second question, if you want to answer the second question first, if you had, so you ran in college, you ran for Fordham and then you ran for Syracuse.
Hmm.
If you had to pick a superhero to describe your game as an athlete, who are you rolling with?
Oh. Oh, that's tough. Oh wait. Okay. I'm thinking. It would be a total cop out if I said the Flash. I'm not gonna be boring with that.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm thinking there's one. I'm Sometimes I like to joke that I'm the Silver Surfer, and I don't know if they're really considered I don't know if they're really considered a superhero. That's more like a supervillain, but I've gotten second more times than I've gotten first. Like if I'm like especially in high school, I was always like in that like top three for placing at meets, and I was usually like number two, but I was always so excited about getting top three anyway. So I would like often joke, I'm like, oh yeah, that's so that's like kind of one of the things that comes close to mind. Like
Okay.
so yeah, it's one of my favorite colors too. Duh. But
Okay. Okay. We would.
that's a little out of the box. I could say Wonder Woman too, I guess. I mean, I was her for Halloween like my senior year of college. But
Okay.
that's I you know.
I like Silver Surfer because no one's given that answer ever. Wonder Woman, yes. The Flash, yes.
I
So,
gotta stand out somehow.
yes. What did Wiz Khalifa say while people too busy trying to fit in, you're gonna stand out? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what's that second answer? Which was the first
Oh,
question.
for the appetizers.
Yes.
Oh man, do they have to be like savory?
It could be whatever you want to.
Whatever I want. Well, I love, I got my coffee right here, and we were talking about coffee.
Oh, we didn't even mention that.
We need to mention that.
Okay, so
I
we'll
feel like
do
that's
it
a great
after.
tea in for my appetizer. I think a nice little like espresso shot, affogato. We'll do an affogato. Wait, let me cook here. We could do a little like like brunch meal dessert, I guess. You could do like a little like I love a good like scoop of vanilla ice cream with like just a shot of espresso poured over it. And then like we were talking before we recorded this, I have been experimenting with my simple syrups to do flavored lattes here. I did I got this like bourbon vanilla bean paste from Trader Joe's the other day, and I made a syrup with that, and that was really good. So maybe we could get that in there as well. Maybe mix it with the espresso to kind of like cook up a little bit. I don't even know if that counts as an appetizer, but like I think it'd be a fun way to start like a fun meal. I don't know.
Chef Tay literally just mixing the pot. Oh my goodness gracious. This is just crazy. I forgot to change the screen to gallery mode. There we go. So yeah, we were mixing it there as she was cooking. So and by we, I stupidly decided to make this a coffee chat.
Ah, which I was very excited about.
Here. I hate coffee.
I
I
love
don't
coffee.
understand. Yes, as you that you made that your entire appetizer.
Hmm.
Coffee, ice cream with coffee, simple syrup with coffee, vanilla with coffee, coffee with coffee. Like it's just crazy.
4 or 5 of my favorite things.
How much coffee do you drink like per day?
Okay, people say that I drink a ton. I really don't. So I have to have one in the morning. I have one in the morning every single day. I make my little espresso with my aunt's espresso machine and it's lovely. So I'll have that in the morning just to get the gears going, get the gear. But usually I usually stick to just two a day. I have one in the morning like when I first get up, which is right now usually around like 8 or 9. Once armory season hits, it's gonna be like more like 6 or 7. But
Oh
and
man.
yeah, and then like li usually like my go-to like afternoon coffee, I always get super exhausted between like the hours of like 3 and 4. I almost need a coffee more then than I do in the morning. So I usually keep it to two a day. This past month I've been doing like matcha in the afternoons instead, just to kind of like I know matcha's super good for you and it's a little lower caffeine. But then if I'm at work, it's a completely different story because I will crack open an energy drink if I'm at the armory. Like someone just hear my Alani or like my Ridge Rush Olipop popping, and they're like, "Oh, it's caffeine time for Taylor." So I usually hit it for twice a day. But yeah, those are it's usually the hours. It's the morning and then like 3 or 4.
So we're doing okay. So the espresso, I understand. Like everybody starts with espresso, except me. What's the second coffee? Is it just like a basic cup or is it more so an espresso?
It really depends. I think it depends on what I can get my hands on, especially if I'm at work. If I'm in the apartment and I can make myself a coffee, I'm gonna make just like what I make in the morning. I make my little simple syrups for the week, so it's pretty much the same flavor for like a week. Last year I made or last week I made like a nice little blueberry one that was cute. So that was like the flavor of last week. But if I'm out in the office, like if I have time to run and go grab coffee, like the only option I really have, there's like a Starbucks right around the corner. So I'll just like order what sounds good there for the day. Or like it really just depends. Like I'm a big fun latte girl. If I'm like right near like a cute little mom and pop like coffee shop, like if I'm out like wandering New York City or something, I will get that. If I find a great little matcha spot, I will grab that. But yeah, so I feel like I usually stick with the same thing every morning. It's just a coffee here at home, but afternoon it kind of changes. But if I am in the apartment, it's usually just the same back and forth. I've been trying to save money because I've been spending $7 or $8 on a latte per day for like a while. I've stepped it back a little bit. So like I really should be just making stuff here, but
Armory, if you're listening to this, open a coffee stand.
hmm they have a
Yes.
Keurig in the back.
No, 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 no. Like get a Starbucks or a Dunkin' Donuts or like a niche mom and pop joint up in there. You would make a fortune.
We actually, I think me and like the timing room had this conversation last year. Like if they opened a Dunkin' inside the armory,
Oh my
like
gosh.
all of us would actually take it over. It would be really bad. Like we were laughing about that. We are like, it would literally, I think it would the kids wouldn't even be able to get there before we would. We would be storming over there, and just causing chaos. I think there is a Dunkin' near the armory, but it's like the Starbucks is literally right next to the venue, so it's like just easier just to go there. But I do need to start hitting Dunkin' more because it's so much cheaper and sometimes it tastes a little better. But you didn't hear that from me.
I hate coffee, as I've mentioned a couple times. But I've had Starbucks before, unfortunately. And I've had Dunkin' before, unfortunately. And Dunkin' is better. Um, I will say this. Uh, I was gonna pull one over on you guys. Um, because I really did not want to drink this. This tastes so
Oh, I
bad.
yelled at him about this. I yelled at him about
And
this.
I got told off on the phone because honest God's truth, I went and got me I got it last night. Got me a bottle of chocolate milk. I forgot to do the coffee. So I was like, all
We
right,
have
I'm
been talking
put
about this all week, and you forgot you quote unquote forgot the coffee.
I
I see
forgot.
right through you.
I forgot. I'm telling you, I forgot. It's the heat. It's so hot. And so I just forgot. And so yeah, I have some ice. I have this little coffee mug. It's my mom's got a little Bible verse on it. Because I broke the other coffee mug because of how much I hate coffee.
Oh my God.
And
That
my
personal?
it's that person I hate it. It's me and coffee is like Noah Lyles and Kenny and
True.
Eric and everything. I just gave it that kung fu shove
Oh God.
and that was it. But yeah, Taylor axed the idea that I had, and so here we are drinking coffee.
I told him to go to Dunkin'. I was like, you're not getting out of the coffee chat. I'm gonna sit here enjoying mine and you're gonna fake it with chocolate milk. Although I will say I had a cold brew on vacation where they instead of like regular milk, they put chocolate milk in it. I feel like you'd like that. If I gave you a little less cold brew and more chocolate milk, I think that'd be right up your alley.
Okay, so we're gonna do that when I come to the armory.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll get
That's
matcha. I'll get you to try matcha as well.
who is matcha? Like what is matcha?
You
Like
don't know
what?
what matcha is?
No.
Okay, guys, let me on my soapbox. It is powered, it's like powdered green tea. It's so
That
good.
don't sound good.
No, but if you mix it, okay, so it's from Japan, and if you get like the like it's like you can get like the cheaper culinary grade, or if you get the fancy ceremonial grade, I have like a tin of it over there. It's like you mix it up, you make a little paste, and you pour it over like milk, or you can make like the traditional tea, and it is so good because you can make so many like good flavor combos. I the first time I had matcha, it was like a cheap one from a Starbucks my sophomore year of high school. I was on the way. This is a fun little anecdote. I was on the way to New Balance Nationals for like the first time, and like it was like 5 o'clock, and I didn't really want something super caffeinated, but I really wanted Starbucks. So I was like, oh, that matcha drink sounds like fine. I had it, spiritual experience. I like ascended. I spent the entire car ride down to North Carolina. We still had 4 hours left in the drive, talking about how good that damn drink was. I'm like, I'm gonna drink matcha for the rest of my life. It was like the best. Let's be real. It was just like sugar because it's Starbucks and it was not real matcha, but I still it was so good. They've changed the recipe since then, which
Okay.
breaks me because now it tastes like shit. Oh, sorry, don't mean the curse. It tastes
It's
bad.
okay. It's okay. No, you said what you
But
said.
it's
That's
true.
how it
I'll say it
tastes.
with my chest. It does not taste nearly as good. But who knows? But yeah, no, I spent that entire trip talking about it. First thing I got when I got home was a matcha frappuccino, and I've been obsessed with it ever since. So I was a matcha fan before the craze, because
Okay.
now I feel like everyone's drinking it.
Well,
I've been here since 2017.
she a day one.
Yeah, day one.
Started with the matcha. Now we here.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay. So Taylor was mad because she listen. This ain't no family friendly show. As this people can come and say what they want to. We
I
try
take
to
my
be, but
matcha very seriously.
I see that. Listen. I got my behind cussed out in the nicest way possible on the text. So, basically,
No,
um,
literally, I was not happy he was gonna lie and drink the chocolate milk. I was like, that's not happening. No, not on my watch. You pick the
no,
wrong one to have a coffee chat with because I'm gonna make sure you have coffee and I'm gonna make sure you like it.
I don't like it. Like this
Okay,
nasty.
black coffee I can't get behind either. I I've had multiple friends like swear by it. I'm like, no, I can't. It's too bitter.
You know what else is better?
Woohoo.
The fact that, well, there's something I want to say, but the fact that the event of USA's is it's over. So it just leaves a bitter taste because this was the craziest one. I had to try to figure
That was
out
a really
like
good
how
segue.
to
I'm not gonna lie.
thank you. I pride myself on it. It's the black coffee that gave me my wings, but it is something that I don't know in terms of excitement. That where do we even start? Like, can we start at the last day first and work our way backwards? Because that last day, people are still talking. There are people who know nothing. First of all, we mentioned Kenny and Noah, so can we start with there? I got to give a shout out. Anybody who was listening, please go on Lactic Acid's Instagram page, or go on the YouTube page, or go on Tay Tay's page, or Tay Tay
Hey
29.
Tay 929, follow me on Instagram.
929. Follow her on Gram. Hashtag, we do it for the gram. But we did an Instagram live right after. And I gotta give a shout out to Serenity Douglas because A, she blessed the Instagram live. She hopped on, gave us some breaking news. But she, Nightcap, ESPN, everywhere was picking that thing up. So shout out to her because that
Yeah,
was big time.
Serenity.
She did her thing with that. Now that let's talk about I called it on Sunday the tush push. Now that the tush push, we are a few days removed from it. I'm hearing like conflicting responses from certain people. Certain people are, oh, I hated it. I think we all thought it was silly. Is it good for the sport that this happened, or is it the wrong kind of attention?
Well, let's just say that the U.S. National Track and Field Meet got an ESPN notification because of this altercation. It popped up on my phone. It seems to be the only way we can make headlines unless it's like a world record at the Olympics or something. But hey, it happens. And we've seen Noah is very big on these like like I don't really know how to describe it. Like very big on these like moments. Like he shows a personality. He stares people down. He could be a little bit cocky, but I feel like it's all kind of like a part of the act to just kind of like bring more eyes and excitement to the sport. And I think Kenny, by reacting to Noah's stare down, almost fell into Noah's trap of
Yep.
bringing more eyes to the sport. Because at the end of the day, that's exactly what Noah wants. He wants to bring more attention. Like we've seen it happen when he was beefing with the NBA. We've seen it happen when he was like, I'm gonna win the one and the two at the Olympics. Unfortunately, I think he got a lot of eyes with the COVID and everything, but still, like winning a bronze medal with the coronavirus in the 200 is still like an insane feat. So Noah's just like, I feel like he's just like always got eyes drawn to him. And now they're drawn to him once again. And now what's great about this, people are totally gonna tune in for Worlds. People are going to want to see Kenny and Noah go at it in that 200. Granted, both make the final. They both should. In like an ideal like situation because they're two of the top in the world. It's going to bring eyes to sport no matter either way. Do I wish everyone could just hold hands and sing Kumbaya? Yes. Did you see how excited I was when the hurdlers were all like hugging after they all like finished? Like Cordell Tinch became best friends with Jacoby Farb after Tharp beat him. Like I love when people get along in track and field. But I also understand why it's so exciting when everyone's beefing in track and field because it makes it super exciting. That's what people kind of want to see. It's like a lot of passion. But yeah, no, Noah and Kenny, they seem, I don't know, like, I think it seems like there's some off the track things going on between the two of them, like that we've heard with the hot mic and just like online rumblings, but we'll have to hear from the two of them for probably through a couple more races this year.
I tell you what, man. Everybody talks about the rivalry between USA and Jamaica and what other rivalries do we have? Yeah, USA versus Jamaica. I don't know, maybe in the distance or whatever the case might be.
Oh, you got to go Kerr versus Ingebrigtsen. That is a rivalry.
Yeah, Kerr versus Ingebrigtsen. That's a big
1 year since
rivalry.
Hawker won gold over both of them guys.
That's the truth. That's the truth. We have to mention that. I mean, you do the friendly rivalries, Joe Kovacs versus Ryan Krauser, which is still crazy. He's not on the team.
Yeah.
Um, you look at the why am I blanking out on key rivalries? But the biggest rivalry is not that. The biggest rivalry is in the 352. The 352 is Clearmont, Florida, and the biggest rivalry is between Lance Brahmans and Noah Lyles Adidas training group versus Dennis Mitchell's Nike training group because there is some beef and they both train on the same dang track at
Oh
the
my
National
gosh.
Training Center, whatever the
That's
case
actually
might
crazy.
be.
I did not know that.
It is in Clearmont, Florida. If you want, y'all go to Clearmont. Run up there to Clearmont. Ain't nothing there but hills, even though they've built it up. There is some beef going on, and I ain't talking about Arby's. It is some serious stuff going on. That's the best thing in the sport right now. If Sprint's gonna do a series, just go to Clearmont. Just don't
Oh,
even worry about
literally.
it and stuff. I think, it is. Kenny had a slight point when it comes to, but here's the thing, I don't even like that when it comes to, oh, I had more runs in my legs compared to no, and that's true. He did. He ran 979. I think a very strong case would have been made that he could have won that if he did not run the 100 and stuff. But if it was a fifth, we'd all be drunk
Yeah.
and everything. I understand not liking the stare down. I don't want to like it either, whatever the case might be, but it's one of those things. I still stand on it. As a man, if you have an issue, talk to the brother outside of the sport. Don't make yourself into being the villain and everything.
Yeah.
You know how brutal track Twitter is. We already got clowned
Oh,
for
we know.
track spice, and I'm not gonna go there. That's the post worlds episode. um, and stuff. So we're not going to talk about that. But I think Kenny is a good dude for real and stuff. So, and it's just sad you let your emotions get the best of you. But I can tell you, that's a real rival because they don't like each other. And it's funny because, to your point, I think Noah's a really smart dude because he's not just thinking, because really, if you talk to Noah, he's not. like if you just had a one-on-one conversation with him, he's not somebody that you'd really think is a guy that's trying to beef with everybody.
Yeah.
Like he just doesn't like if you really talk to him and get to know him and stuff, he's not that kind of dude. Some people I think in track and field understand what he's tries to do, and it's like, all right, he ain't serious. Kenny don't like him, and that's okay. He just wants to beat him. Um, and listen, to his point, he beat him last year, COVID or not. He did beat him last year. I
Yeah.
think that's going to be really. I think it's good for as far as pushing a fast time out of the both of them.
Yeah,
So I
absolutely.
think you factor in Tobogo as long as he's healthy. I don't know. We get some fireworks in that men's 200. So I don't know. It's been a hot topic. We just had to touch on it. ESPN, you should have a couple cameras out there so you can see some actual exciting events that went down, like the men's freaking 800.
Oh, yeah. Let's
That's
just say
this.
I'm disappointed I didn't get an ESPN notification about that because that I felt like was the story of the weekend more so than the 200 beef.
So here's the crazy part, and this is where I'm going to give you the floor. This is where the nickname Prophet.
Yes.
It's not, it comes into place because it came into place the day before, but I forgot who you called that was going to be on that team. And I forgot what team, but you kept saying, Dom, look out for this one. And then that specific person made, I have to go back and see.
Oh, okay. So it was for men's 1500. I
Yes,
had a
yes.
feeling that Ethan Strand was going to make the team, and I was yapping about it all week. I was like, if he's in good position with 100 meters to go, he's going to make the team. And people are like, Taylor, no, what do you mean? The Olympians are going to make it. I'm like, guys, trust me. I have a good feeling about this. And I was right. I was right. I guessed it. I was very excited when he was coming down that final 100. I thought he was going to win because then that would have been great for my ego. But still, second is good enough for me. Like I said, I love the color silver. But yeah, so that made me feel a little extra confident in my predictions all weekend. And let's just say they were pretty on par. I was a little excited because I guessed the women's 15 in the order with the right people. And then I knew I was cooking. And I think that set up this 800 a little well.
I feel like one of the themes from this meet was there's no guarantees
Hmm.
in this sport. You could not have told me there's no amount of money in the world. There's no under any circumstance that Joe Kovacs would not make this doggone team.
That might honestly be the craziest result of the entire weekend.
Like you can't it's I don't want to say it's impossible, but and shout out to the three that made it. Shout out to our boy Trip, but you under no circumstance could you have told me that. You couldn't have told me that Yard and the Goose was going to be the Olympian that was left off the team.
Oh, Yared.
And to your point, there were two Olympians that were left off the team.
Yeah, him and Hobbs.
Him and Hobbs, free Hobbs,
Everyone,
man.
it's funny because I felt like the conversations like leading up to that men's 1500 was okay, which singular Olympian is getting no knocked off the team? And I think most people were saying Hobbs. I mean, Hobbs has been having a great year. I was high on the Hobbs train. I'm like, he's gonna prove all y'all wrong and he's gonna win this 1500. I was a little off in that prediction, but I had hope for him. So everyone was like, oh, it's just gonna be one. I did not think we were going to get two off, which is, I think that, like we were talking about on the Instagram Live, that I think was the biggest shocker was that we didn't have like the majority of the Olympians that we brought last year are not going to be in Tokyo. Granted, we got the
Nope.
Olympic champ making it to Worlds, but even he made it like for like the skin of his teeth. Cole almost
Yep.
messed the team as well. We could have been living in a simulation where none of our Olympians, including our Olympic champion, did not make the squad because it came to
Yep.
just like that final ferocious kick. And shout out to Jonah Koech, man, because I think everyone counted him out. Granted, he had been hurt with like a hamstring injury for like 2 months. Like he didn't race
Yep.
from like I think like late May until like just this month, like July.
Yeah. Yep.
We're technically in August now, which is crazy. But yeah, so he kind of was like a dark horse going into this one, and then goes and wins the whole thing and runs 3:30 again. And that was like I don't want his win to get lost in the oh, what could have been with the Olympian, because I think that's kind of like what's happening on like Twitter a little bit, but like man, he deserves his flowers. Like he looked so great out there, and his like he was in like seventh with a lap to go. He's still the
Yes.
Cooper Luken house, let's be real. But it was crazy. So like I mean, I'm super happy for him. I'm very happy with this team we're sending. I know Yard is going to try and get that Diamond League win though. So there is a path that we could get a second Olympian overseas if Yard can win the Diamond League final. But apparently he's like 12th in the point standings, like, or maybe he's just outside the top 12 that make it to the final. But what's nice
Yeah.
is that the Diamond League is happening right before Worlds. So if you win the Diamond League, you make it to Worlds. So I think we could see a couple more faces. I know Addie Wiley, I think I'm assuming she's gonna try that. Maybe Josh Hoey, but we'll see if Yard can like pull that off. I would like to see him win it and make it to Worlds, but I mean it's a tall order. That 1500 in the Diamond League especially is stacked.
If we're gonna look at who has the best chance to make the world's team, it would be Djokovic's.
You're
I
what? Oh, so he could as well.
He could. I
Could you
don't
send
think
five Americans to Tokyo?
we may.
Oh my God.
If we send five over there, we sweep it.
This may have been a best case scenario for the men's shot put.
See,
Ironically.
hey, it was a part of the script. It was a part of the script
Aren't you coughing after having a sip of that?
because it's so bad. So, just trying to get my life together after drinking it because I can't let it go to waste. But I mean, it could be a blessing in disguise. You just don't know. Like it could be. I mean, I think he has the best chance. That's going to be a tough. And I'm not saying Yard can't do it. That's just going to be a tough road. And then you have those races headed in to Tokyo. I'm like, I hope he don't wear out. I hope, he still
Yeah.
has enough juice, to keep going. That's going to be a tough. I mean, he can do it now. I'm not going to put it past him. But
Mhm.
that is a tough road for him.
Yeah.
One thing that was also impressive. Well, do you want to talk about your fan favorite, the little guy?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna pull up the tweet right now. So we were just talking about how I was on fire with all these predictions. So the men's 800 kicks off at like 4:29 p.m. I
Yeah,
send, oh wait, you can't even see it. Okay. I send this tweet out
you
at
can.
4:29 p.m. Like you can kind of see it. It's a little reversed right here. I said, if Cooper Lukenhouse is in good position, he's making this team. And I felt like a bit of an idiot sending it out because I said to myself, I'm like, if I send this out, people are going to think I'm crazy, especially if he gets last. I was a little terrified, but I'm like, you know what? I don't care. This is a Hail Mary. This is my Hail Mary. So I send it. Things are looking a little dire for me through the first 400 because the pack is already starting to separate from Cooper. And I'm like, oh no. Little did I know Cooper was cooking. He said, I think he said in an interview afterwards that he was purposely going out a little slower on that first lap because he knew he had the kick.
Yeah.
And I kind of had a feeling that's what he was doing. But again, with the high schoolers, you never really know.
He went out Nick Simmons kind of slow like on
Yeah,
that first
like
lap.
oh, that was my strategy back in high school when I was really good at the 800. I would always go out a little slower the first lap, and then I had a really good kick, so I'd blow past everybody. But those days are long gone. Anyway,
I've
fun.
listen, that media 400 proves differently.
True, true. I think I would have had a lot more fun even if we added an extra lap there because I missed
Okay,
the 800 a
uh,
lot.
okay, that's
Um,
crazy.
so final 200. And I'm yelling at my TV naturally, but I'm not yelling at any. I'm just yelling because I'm having fun. And I don't even see Cooper is just like completely out of my vantage point. At this point, I'm just yelling at like Bryce Hoppel, I think. I don't know. And then the final 100, and then I see Cooper, and then I start screaming even louder. You probably heard me from Miami. I am just yelling because I'm like, holy crap, he's charging like a freight train like he did in the semifinal when I was he like back in the semi, he fell with 400 meters to go, or almost fell with 400 to go, and still made the final by the skin of his teeth. That's another crazy thing that I'll get to. Because he almost missed his final by like if he didn't lean across that line, Isaiah Jewett would have been in the final and not Cooper, which is, ooh, that is crazy. Anyway, so the last 100 happens. My ego is skyrocketing at this point because he crosses the line in second, and then I know I'm like first I'm trying to figure who won. I was like so locked in on Cooper. I did not realize Donovan Brazier won until like a solid 10 seconds after. And then I got really excited because I love Donovan Brazier. And then I'm seeing the time, and I did not predict that time. That is the one thing I did not predict. I did not think in a million years we would see a high schooler run 142. That might be like the craziest stat I've ever seen. People are calling it the greatest race like run like ever. I'm like kind of inclined to agree because like he's 16. He's not even a junior in high school. He's gonna have to miss social studies to make it over to Worlds. I don't even know if he has his driver's license yet. I saw this really freaky tweet that he wasn't even alive when Usain Bolt won gold in Beijing in 2008.
He
He was
was
still
not.
like, I
He
don't know.
was. I don't even know if he was a thought.
Him and like I think he was 4 years old. He like I think him and Shelly Ann Fraser Price. Someone made like the age difference between the two. Like she's like what, like 36, 37. I
37. Yeah.
yeah. There was like I'm like that's the youngest and the oldest potentially, and I'm like this is insane. Like he's just a baby, and he's running 142. But
That's
I'm very proud of that tweet. I think 2,000 people have seen it. So 2,000 people know I know ball. And yeah, I'm never gonna let anyone let me. I'm never gonna live this down. I'm proud of myself. I'm normally not as right as I am with my predictions. Like you should see me making football predictions. Those are usually very off. But track, I know. Track, I know inside and out. So I'm gonna give myself my own flowers for this.
I'll give you your flowers too. Because she popped off in that message, and I was like, she called it.
Hmm.
That's where the solidification of the prophet came in because you can. First of all, I was trying to explain to my coworkers. I said, listen, go stand. I said, go walk outside and find a corner. That's where Cooper was compared
He
to
was
the rest of the
so back.
to there were four dudes. It was or three. It was what Brandon Miller,
It was Brandon, Bryce
Hoey,
Hopple, Hoey, and
Brazier,
Donovan.
and then I think Cooper was seven. No, he was six because
Isaiah
Isaiah
Harris was
Harris was in
falling
front of him.
back. He ran a PR too, by the way. Shout out to Isaiah Harris. He ran 144. But yeah, so he catches Harris, and then Hoey starts completely tying up with 70 meters to go. I think it was kind of a safe bet that Brazier was going to make the team at that point, but it was like it was going to be between Hoey, Hopple, and Cooper, which is crazy. Man, poor Brandon Miller. Like he ran like 143 low, and that's still not enough to make the team. Every
That's
guy
crazy
ran 140, like under 143, which I don't think is a reality that we would have expected like 5 years ago.
at all.
Like seeing one like 143 is already like insane enough. So like three 142s with the 16-year-old running one of them is nuts. It's crazy.
Also, stop comparing Cooper to LeBron James, people.
Oh my
Like,
God.
let that boy live his life. He got to take the SATs and everything. Let that boy live. Stop comparing him. That's the problem
He's
with these high
LeBron
school.
of track and field.
That's the problem with because they did that to Quincy.
Yeah.
Oh, Quincy about to
No, we
run
were
for
talking about the Quincy is probably breathing a sigh of relief that the camera is off of him for like a week or two. Because that's usually like my like not to get on a soapbox or anything, but I get worried for a lot of these like high school phenoms because then there is so much pressure then thrown on.
so much pressure.
And I almost am like a little worried because like people are already saying that Cooper's gonna break the world record by the time he's like 20. I'm like, guys, we gotta make sure he doesn't burn out like
Exactly.
until he's 20. We gotta protect this kid.
Yes.
Like so like again, like I'm hoping everything works out and everything. But we also like we got to remember these are kids. They're not even they're like they can't drive. They didn't even like they're not even in college yet. So like we got to give a little grace.
Yes.
So I'm hoping people aren't acting crazy, like especially once like Worlds rolls around. I mean, I was kind of saying it. If Cooper hasn't ever finished like that,
I don't know.
he might be in the medal conversation. But again, I don't want to put that pressure on him. Just making it to Worlds is absolutely insane enough. So like we'll see how he keeps his fitness up and everything.
You see this world field he's going against? We need to pray brother man makes it to the finals, let alone because they
Hey,
may
we
be
didn't think he was going to make the final here. I
that's
would not be
fair,
surprised if this kid runs 141. I mean, September's a long way out, but
but he's had a long season too.
he has had a long season. But it's not I think like the one plus of Worlds being in September is that they have a little time to like kind of chill out like right now and then kind of ramp training back up again before end of September, but I don't know. What do I know?
But then it's like weird because you go into cross country and then you go leave Tokyo and then you go back to cross country, basically. So anyway, cool. We have plenty of time to
People were
figure
saying
this
that
out.
this made me laugh. I saw people on like I think TikTok were saying that this was Cooper's master plan as a middle distant like 400, 800 meter runner to get out across country by
But
qualifying
it's
for the
genius.
championship. I'm like that's genius. I was never able to escape cross country. I mean, I will say I think out of the three like running seasons, my favorite vibes were cross country, but I hated running it because make me run more than a mile and I will be floundering by the end. But cross country is really fun, but I understand the pain as an 800 runner having to run cross country. So maybe this was his master plan to get
I
out of XC. Who knows?
Shout out to Donovan Brazier though. We did allude to it. He has been through a lot in the past 6 years, and for him to show such toughness and grit, splitting the double team, if you will, to pop out that win, 142-16. I think that's like 800 number 5 or 6 this year. I said it. He gonna win gold. He's gonna win
I
gold.
I low key I agree with you. I think he definitely has a shot. I think it's going to be tough with Wanyoni and Rope but like again, like if Brazier could finish the way that he finished in that USA final. He's got a shot at a medal or gold or anything. Like I think he's the key because he's like he shows he's got that strength at the end. We saw everyone else was fading in that final 400 or fading in that final 100, I should say, except for
Yep.
Brazier and Cooper. So, I mean, I don't think gold's out of the cards either. I think that would be sick. I think him just being in this position right now is incredible in itself. I've been seeing there's this TikTok edit going around, like that's been going viral. I don't know if you've seen it, where it's like set to like Etta J. It's like at last, and the video starts with like Brazier missing, I think, the Olympic team in like 2021, and then it like shoots back to him making the team this year, and it's
Oh
like,
man.
oh my God, it made me emotional. I'm
How
like,
many times did you cry?
probably twice because it's come up on my For You page like so many times because it's starting to get traction on Twitter too because people are just like people love the story of Donovan Brazier. I love the story of well, I don't love that he went through all those injuries, but I love that he's back. And I love that he set a new personal best too. That's crazy. Fifth
Yeah.
race back, and he just started running in like March. Like it's crazy.
And I love Nike didn't drop him
Yeah,
in the midst of it.
thank
Um,
God.
Also, another storyline, couple storylines. So we're just highlighting some of the impressive ones. What was something that stood out to you? Doesn't matter the me. What's something?
Hmm. I feel like it's like there's so much that happened, but I think there's one. I think there is a serious conversation to be had that Melissa Jefferson would and could pull off the world's double in the 100 and 2.
Oh, yes. Oh, that ain't even a question.
I She has looked so solid this year. I feel like no one's come close to that 21.8 in the 200 this year, right? Unless I'm missing somebody. That was a world lead.
Alfred.
Alfred.
Let
Okay.
me pull it up. But
It's going to be those two duking it out, and I'm so excited because I love them both, and they're both so much fun to watch. It's gonna be crazy.
that is, it's gonna be interesting to see. Alfred does have the world lead.
She does. Okay.
She ran 21:71.
Oh my God, I forgot it was that low.
No, no. Yeah, I knew it. She had the world lead. I thought it was
Damn. Oh my
73.
gosh.
Um, I don't know about, I don't think it is far-fetched to think that she is going to, or she could easily win. It won't be easy, but she could do the double. There's a couple horses, if you will, in the 200, specifically if Gabby Thomas gets that Achilles straightened out.
Yeah.
That could be a problem.
I think Gabby running 22 low with the Achilles injury is so impressive.
Hmm.
So when I watched the race, I was a little like, I'll admit, like when I first watched that race live, I was a little underwhelmed. I was like, where's Gabby? She's so out of it. And then she revealed after the race, oh, I'm dealing with this Achilles injury. And I was like, okay, I'm still like that. That is so impressive that you ran like that well. Because like I've had Achilles issues before.
Yeah.
Not like a tear or anything, but like I know how annoying it is. So like for her to like go out and still make this team is super impressive on its own. Her TikTok's been making me laugh this week because she's just like, "Oh, I made it! Like I made it by the skin of my teeth, guys. Now time to lock in." So like I think that's impressive running out of Gabby, but she's gonna have to figure like, I mean, granted with the Achilles, it's not something that really necessarily goes away. So
Yeah.
like I'm hoping like the Achilles gods or something come and help her out because it's going to be tricky to navigate that, especially with so many rounds. But at least she's only focusing on like the two at Worlds.
Yeah.
So no need to worry about the 100 or anything. You can take your time getting there because like I'm pretty sure the 200 is like later in like the schedule usually, right?
Yeah.
So she's got time on her side, but again, 2 months or under 2 months, it's not the longest time frame for healing an Achilles injury. So it's definitely bad timing on that part. But again, the fact that she showed up, showed out, made that team by the skin of her teeth. It was like her and Brittany Brown and oh man, Mackenzie Long were all
Yeah.
like a thousandth of a second of each other. So she's really lucky she made that team. But we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, I mean, I think I'm glad we got that group going. I'm so happy a Navy of Battle finally made its squad. Like
Yes.
she's been knocking on the door for such a long time, so it's nice to see her finally get it done. And obviously, like I've been like Melissa Jefferson Wooden's like champion all season long. I'm like, it's so great to see her doing so well, and it's cool to see her doing like, because I feel like we've always seen her as like primarily a 100 girl. So now she's like really killing it in the two. And she's said it before. She's like, yeah, the two is gonna really help my one. So like, I don't even know if this girl has even hit her ceiling yet with both events. So God, like, and she's already running like 10-6-5. Like it's great. I maybe one day we'll see 10-5 out of her. I don't know.
Yeah, that day is going to be September 17th or 16th in
Yeah.
in Tokyo. Listen, you got Alfred in the field, and here's the thing. Shelly Ann Fraser Price is in this field too. So I can't discount her, but her start will either scare the frick out of you to where it takes you out of your race,
Hmm.
or it's just that super boost that helps you keep going and stuff. And
Yeah.
it all obviously depends on the lane draw. So listen, I think she's going 10. I think 10-5 is an easy thought. Um, 200, see, 200 is going to be fun because she's going to be pushed. And I think that's going to be good for her because she has to start. And then if she gets into rhythm, you have some people who you can compete with. In some ways, you could tee off of. We can't forget Sharika Jackson if she is anywhere healthy because she's gone the closest. Her and Gabby have, well, no, Sharika has gone the closest to that world record.
Sharika's run 21-4, right? It was like 21
Hmm.
4, 21-5. Yeah.
Yeah, 21-4. So those women's races are going to be insane. The men's races, we kind of alluded to it earlier with, the 200, Noah Kinney, and then you can't forget about, some of the other ones. Um, but one thing that I want to touch on too, and this kind of goes to you being a prophet, the youthful nature of these USA championships. First of all, another thing you couldn't tell me what's going to happen. In the 100, you couldn't tell me. You couldn't tell me T. Morris McComb was going to make that 100-meter team. Taylor did,
I had a
but
feeling. I knew. That's a prediction I keep forgetting I made. I was like, dark horse, he's making it. And then he did. Maybe I have manifestation powers. Maybe it's more of that than predictions.
okay, we need to talk about some stuff then. Because
Manifesting Masetta.
I don't know. Taylor manifesting Masetta, T-Pain on the beat. Okay. Oh
Yeah.
man, that's the mixtape right there. That's what we're going. Manifestations with Taylor Masetta. That's what we're gonna do. We'll see. We're gonna see what happens if we're gonna get these world picks right.
Yeah, no. Oh God. That's we'll see, hopefully.
See, she's either gonna be like Jameis Winston, where he throws like 5 touchdowns, and then the next game he throws like 6 interceptions.
I
Like,
love that guy. He makes me so laugh. I just watched the clip of him talking about playing in snow at the Brown Stadium last year, and I was dying laughing for 5 minutes.
he's he's with the Giants now, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah, he is.
That
My
first press conference killed me. I was
Oh
like,
man, I need to watch. He's hilarious. Like
huh.
I'm kind of happy he's at the Giants because then if I go to a Giants game this year, then I can see him in real life and just laugh. because he's just funny. Like, I am so blessed to play in some snow.
I guess I didn't see that one. I guess I have to go see that one. And
I'll send it to you. It's so
please do. I guess I didn't see that because I would have remembered that because I remember all his interviews. Jameis, come on a preview show. James, come on the show. We're gonna talk about it.
yeah.
That'll be a good one. Um, I thought he had a better chance because he had a better time in the men's 200 instead of he just ran 1973 or whatever the case might be in Tennessee prior to. But T Mars, the young man with T Mars, Maurice Gleaton made the team in the relays.
Yeah.
Um, can't wait to hear how relay camp goes.
Oh my
Um,
God. There's gonna be
so
so much beef in that relay camp.
I I actually think they're gonna be cool.
Oh no,
Um,
I just think it's funny
it's
that they
funny.
even happened. But like yeah, I think they'll be fine. Like I think they cleared it up afterwards too. I'm like
Yeah,
thinking of like that imaginary beef. Noah and Kenny are totally gonna be like side-eyeing each other, like practicing handoff. It's just like, man, to be a fly
bro.
on the wall at the relay camp.
If they mess up on that third and fourth leg, we know
Mhm.
why. That
Or they
final
can end
hand,
up all best friends like the hurdlers.
I think
Kumbaya.
I think the first is gonna happen. I think. Oh yeah, so okay. If we DQ, it's not gonna be because of the first handoff or the second. It's that third or fourth. Or like you said, they could win and they could hug it out.
Yeah. And then they'll love each
Um,
other.
okay. But he's another young one that made the team. And shout out to the legendary Dwight Phillips, the legendary long jumper, who may be one of the best of all time, who was coaching Gleaton. So he makes the team. And then you look at the women's steeplechase. So what I think the top two were collegiate athletes. So you got
It was Lexi,
Lexi Holiday, Lowry,
yeah, and then
with
Angelina.
and Angelina. So, you're talking BYU and NC State. I think Angelina's going into her sophomore, junior
She's
year or
20
something like
years
that.
old. She was literally,
That's
as someone who primarily works in New York high school track and field, she was literally like a senior in high school like 2 or 3 years ago. She set like the national record in the steeple, like the high school national record. Like I want to say, I think it was her senior year at States. I was not at that meet because I wasn't working with Miles Split New York at that point yet. But yeah, no, like she's been like on a tear. All of us New Yorkers, well, I don't even know if I can call myself a New Yorker because I'm technically from Connecticut, but I've lived here for like 6 years. So
I hear the accent, so yes, you're a New Yorker.
I'm a New Yorker. So we're all like Team Angelina all the time. But yeah, like crazy. So it's cool to kind of see like kind of like a homegrown talent doing so well. And like NC State's done like such a great job with her. And that was another prediction I had. I was like, Angelina's making this team. I don't know why people were counting her out. She ran like under, I think she ran like 907 at the Diamond League or something. And
Mhm.
I'm like, that's a time that's gonna make a team. The veterans haven't really like they've been running well this year, but not like an eye-popping time like that. So I was like, I've got faith in the collegians. And I think the NCAA steeplechase in particular, like it's been so competitive. Like I think like more so than like a lot of the other events, it's so competitive because it's like you got like
Very.
Doris Langomale. I really hope I said that right. She like running sub 9 minutes in the steeple. Like she's setting the bar. Lexi's chasing after her, running like 904, 905. Angelina now. Like we're seeing more and more girls like go under that 910 barrier. So that's
Yeah.
setting them up super well for USA's and for Worlds because it's so fast. They're used to running in races like that.
Yeah.
Like it's not every day you see like a generational talent like in Doris to chase after and try to keep up with. So I think they prepped them a lot for USA's, and I think that's going to help them in Worlds as well. Because again, it's going to be a lot of collegians. They're going to be familiar with each other. So like you kind of are familiar with how everybody runs, for the most part. Granted, we got the pros coming in as well to storm the party, but like I've got faith in the collegians and the steeple. I've heard people were a little worried that the vets didn't make it in, but I'm like, the vets didn't make it in because they were 10 or 15 seconds back. Collegians were taking over today. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I think what Chrissy Gere was the closest veteran. Yeah, she came in fourth
Yeah,
place. I mean,
Chrissy had one hell of a race.
yeah,
It sucks that she came so close to making the team, but like she finished I think that was a personal best for her as well,
it
like
was
9:11.
9/11,
But yeah,
9/11.
shout out Kaylee Mitchell. Kaylee Mitchell hung on.
Kayla Mitchell.
Yeah, no, I was
Yeah,
happy for her. I think that's her first world's team as well. And she just graduated college like last year.
yeah,
You so again, it's the youngsters in the steeple primarily. Like you can even make the argument for the men's steeple as well. Like last year, Kenneth Rooks was like fresh out of college,
yeah,
silver medal at the Olympics. James Corrigan's probably gonna be another one of those up and coming stars. He's still at
yeah.
BYU. But yeah, that's my steeple tangent.
I will say Ed and Dajit are just crazy. Got
Hmm.
their they're so good. If you go to BYU, listen, you got more than a puncher's chance. You
Yeah.
are
BYU just
listen,
got Jane Hedegren. Let that sink in.
that's like the Avengers.
No,
Like
their freshman team coming in is like nuts.
I'm
I'm
just
more
saying,
feeling with the girls' side because like obviously Jane's going. Zariel Makia from here in New York. I've called like so many of her races. She's going too. Like they were 1-2 in the mile at Nike Indoor Nationals. I actually asked Zariel about that. I was like, you guys are like something like the distance Avengers this next year. And she's like, yeah, no, it's gonna be like crazy. So like they are crushing in recruiting. They like everyone stays fit. Like for
yeah,
everyone just gets better and better there every single year.
they
Uh,
better hope they don't get some sprinters or some throwers because that's a dynasty in the making. They
they've
may
got some good 400 runners. They've already
they
showed talent
do.
before.
Yeah,
It's
but
it's like
I'm
they've got
saying
the distance Avengers, and then the University of Georgia has the sprinting Avengers.
basically, and then Arkansas has the jumping Avengers and the
True.
400-meter Avengers,
Oh my God, yeah.
um, and stuff. So, and
Georgia's
then
like incoming class is so insane to me. It's like don't
Jo-
even get me started on that. I've called them the Avengers so many times. Like
I hate
it's insane.
early predictions. Georgia's winning next year. I saw that
Oh,
class.
oh yeah,
Georgia's
that's like
winning
a
next year,
if they don't win, I think that would be the shock.
indoor and outdoor.
Okay, yeah, wow, both is that's yeah, no,
I
they're gonna
said,
kill the hurdlers. Like, oh my God,
I
the Bulldogs are scary, and they won this year without that class.
yes.
Mhm.
I'm just saying. So the last thing, and then I want to get your thoughts on this, and then you can ask me those fun questions that you came up with.
I have one in mind. I
Oh
have one
God.
in mind.
Okay, so I'm gonna
But
pretend
it's
like I didn't
easy.
hear.
It's kind of similar to what you asked earlier.
Okay. The last thing that got me was how strategic the distance races were.
Yeah.
Uh, I expected faster times, but especially because so many people needed the standard. And the strategy, if you had the standard, it made sense for you to run slower. Like don't waste it. But those are the people who didn't make the team. So in the men's were set. I mean, we got um, Grant, Nico, and then in the 5K Cooper, and then you have Grant, Nico, Graham. Women's a little different, which brings me to this. Get rid of the world athletics quota. Because that's just I understand, but get rid of it. Just like come on, man. Like
Yeah.
sister Taylor Rose should be on this team.
Oh my God. Yeah, no. I think I hope she makes the team. But it's like it's so like I gotta get Chris Chavez to crunch the numbers because he does like he loves doing the women's 10K quota math. If you get
He did. He did.
if World Athletics gets rid of the quota, we might hear a cry of despair from Chris Chavez because he loves doing those. He loves crunching those numbers. But yeah, no, I mean, I was not surprised to see both races go tactical. Like I feel like the 10K is always like a sit and kick race, especially at USA Championships, because it's such a long race. You kind of want to conserve that 10K strength until like either let's say like a time trial to qualify for Worlds or for Worlds itself. So I know like none of the runners really want to go out and blaze it at a championship meet, which is kind of like crazy, but like I mean that's just how it goes when it's a 6.2 mile race. It's long. It's gonna wipe you out, and you got to keep your legs as conserved as humanly possible for like potentially running at the World Championships. So I wasn't surprised to see that go tactical. I think like it's tough because it's like you don't like it's like you gotta accumulate those points. And I think you can like I don't really know how it works, but like I think it's like you could do it for rubber events. I think Taylor Rose like kind of on the outside looking in. I think Emily Enfield should get in.
Emily
For one of the
got
5.
in by 1 point. Elise got in by like 10 points.
Yeah.
This is per the numbers early prediction. We still
Mm.
have to look at the cutoff, number. And
Yeah.
this was what Chris was alluding to when he did crunch the numbers. So those two should be good.
Yeah.
So it means probably Winnie Kalani. I think Winnie Kalani has it over because she was seventh in the quota.
Yeah.
So Taylor Mississippi, I think the magic number was 1,219, and I think Taylor was 1,218.
Yeah. I mean, she's got like a couple more weeks to either scoop up more points or hope that people ahead of her scratch.
Yeah,
It's really crazy because it's like I don't know if we're gonna really know for sure until like they like make it to like the world championship start. So it's like, yeah, it's definitely really tricky. You know what we need? We need a Parker Valby in there to like front run that.
listen,
She would have gotten them all the standard, but
she
we
would
miss
have.
Parker. But yeah, because like I feel like no matter what, she loves taking it out like super fast.
That's such. If Parker was in this, we're not having this conversation.
Exactly. Parker, please heal your injury. We miss you. But yeah, so it's definitely really tricky. 5K, I wasn't again not super surprised. I was kind of surprised that people were like kind of like just focusing on the 5K and take it out as hard.
Yeah,
But I mean, again, it's a longer event. They like to take it kind of tactical, and then it became a sit and kick race. And once it became a sit and kick race, I think everyone kind of had a feeling Shelby Houlihan was going to take it. So I mean, do I want to see like it be a little faster? I mean, I don't know. Because at the end of the day, it's the athlete's best interest. And if they want to
that's true.
conserve those legs for the world meet, yeah, but I can enjoy the men's 800 and the 15 and everything. And that can be my fast, exciting races. But hey, I mean, a lot of these like the final lap was always super exciting either way because it came
Oh
down to a
yeah.
sprint. And I love a good race that comes down to a sprint. I mean, don't we all?
Oh, we
Um,
all do.
but yeah, so I think it just kind of like it's a bummer that they didn't hit the standard because then that kind of opens up a lot of like Pandora's boxes, especially on the women's side. But I mean, who knows? I mean, oh man, men's 5K, Drew Hunter, I felt so bad for him. He's so close. It's that fourth place spot is so cursed.
It's
And then
still
winning and getting
possible.
it
Yeah,
fourth twice.
twice. Yeah, it's still possible Hunter makes the team.
I saw that. It's like if
So,
Nico goes and runs and wins the Diamond League final and gets a Diamond League qualification, then Hunter can move up. But I don't know if he has the standard. So then that would open up even more. But like I want to see Drew Hunter make the team. I'm like Nico, please go to the Diamond League. But again, it's all like what the athletes want to do.
final thoughts. What are you going to remember the most about this meet?
I mean, it's the men's 800 is the one I keep thinking about. Because I think that is a race that we're all going to be unpacking for like decades at this point. Because it's just like high schooler ran 142. But it's also, I think, across the board with that entire race. We got Brazier's come back. Hoey missing out by one spot. I mean, Brandon Miller ran 143 for God's sake. That like I'm like still like mind blown by that. But then he's like, you got PRs across the board. It really just like I think there's just so much to unpack. I feel like I can probably talk about that race for hours. I think that's the one that's probably going to stick with me the most. But I mean, other than that, like it's just a good week of track and field. Like it was a lot of fun. I gotta show the women's 800 some love too, because like they came right before the fireworks of the men's 800, so I think they kind of got a little forgotten. But Rojean Willis, I'm really happy that she got her first US title. But yeah, even there's like a little because I know I like with the trip at the end, I think there's gonna be a number of the women's 800 probably looking to get that Diamond League win because they missed out on the because like it's just a lot. I think Addie Wiley and Raven Rogers got affected the most by Megan Hunter's trip. Um, so who knows what happens with that? So I think that's like another one I'm definitely probably gonna keep an eye on. I mean, I'm just so biased towards the 800 because it's my favorite event. But yeah, other than that, just like a really great weekend of track and field. It was fun covering with you, Dominique. Get used to me spamming you during all these championship meets now, by the way. So yeah, what about you?
I think you said it best. It was a phenomenal week of track and field. Um, the unexpected was perfect because it brought in a new wave of talent, maybe some talent you haven't heard of, but it also kind of shape what should be a remarkable September over in Tokyo. So many wonderful athletes, so much talent. Like it's going to be insane. So I'm really looking forward to it. And this meet gave us a lot to talk about and a lot to look forward to. As you said, this was probably the most fun I've had covering a meet, and that's because of you, my sister,
Oh yeah.
and stuff. So if people saw our text threads, you would think something's wrong with us because
Yeah.
we were going off. But listen, we have two passionate people talking about this wonderful sport. You get fireworks like you did in all these events and stuff. And so,
Exactly.
um, listen, we collabed on this. This was the last piece to the puzzle, but we're not done. We'll have that at a later date and everything. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. The lactic acid T-Pain connection is just when it comes to the
Just getting
championship,
started.
just getting started. We all the way lit over here and everything. All thriller, no filler. You know how we roll on
Yeah.
here. What's this question you want to ask me?
Okay. I'm glad I thought of this because I was so nervous I'm not going to think of anything. But when you mentioned superpowers, I was like
Don't
superhero.
ask me that. Dang. All right.
No, 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 no,
Okay.
no.
Okay,
So
good.
my TikTok, for some reason, has been inundated with The Incredibles. Like, I don't know what, really good movie. Really good movie. I think it might be my favorite Pixar movie, but it's been inundated. So that got me thinking, if you had one like superpower, I know this is probably going to just turn into a bit of a basic, but if you had that one superpower, which one would you pick? And if you can think of a superhero name, like kind of like if you were an Incredible, I guess, which would it be?
That sucks.
Hey, you told me to ask a question.
I know. I regret it. That is so hard.
Okay, I would be a shapeshifter. I don't know what my name would be, but I'd be a shape I would love to shapeshift. If I can like change my eye color or something, like that would be cool. Or like turn into a bird. I don't and, like just spy on people.
That's crazy.
Birds aren't real.
Bird's eye. Okay. So I have a question.
Okay.
Could I use my superpower in athletics?
Yeah.
Then
I mean,
I'm
Dash
speak.
does. Dash, like, kind of. I mean, he didn't win the race, but
Actually, I don't want to be Dash because I would false start. I would do what was Frozone's?
the ice powers.
I think I would do that
Okay.
because it's just random. Like it's. I think I would do that. I think I would do that.
You could just freeze people.
Just freeze people. I don't like you freeze and everything.
Hey, I'll fly away. I'll be a bird. I'll be shapeshifted. I'll be safe from the ice.
No, you won't, because I'll freeze the air.
No.
So,
Damn it.
so yeah, I would do that, especially with it being so hot in Orlando
Oh
where I'm
yeah.
at, in Florida and everything. Yeah, I am frozen, but I don't know what I would be. I think I would be my high school nickname. I would call myself Chicken Master 12.
Nice. I like that.
Nothing to do with the
No,
Arctic
but then
air.
you could deceive people. People will think you have like chicken powers or something, and bam, you freeze them.
Yes. Oh, you eat too much fried chicken. Bam, you frozen.
Bam.
Bam. Listen.
You're a frozen chicken nugget.
Listen, frozen chicken nugget. Yes, you are the giblet. That's what we're gonna freeze you to be. Basically, listen, if you haven't already, Tay929 is where you can follow her on Instagram. Tay's Talks is where you can follow her on TikTok. Did I get that right?
Yeah, you did.
Bam.
Bam.
Got that right. Tay's Talks is where you can find her on TikTok. And I think it is Tay 929 on Twitter.
Tay92901.
Oh,
Someone
one.
took Tay929 on Twitter, and I'm gonna hunt them down because it looks like it's been dormant for like 10 years and
Oh, that's
steal that
so
username. But for now, it's Tay92901 on X, Twitter, whatever you guys want to call it. I call it Twitter. Oh.
so disrespectful. So disrespectful. To the person who took the 99. And also listen, if you wanted any content about what really from the entire USA championships, you can follow us on those sites, Lactic Acid. We're on TikTok for whatever reason, but hey, we know how to do it. And such.
Yeah.
And then we're on the Instagram accounts as well as this video, as well as YouTube. So be sure to tap in. You can also tap in on Substack. Lactic Acid is there too with some recaps as well. As always, appreciate your support, love, peace, chick grease. We'll catch you next time.